Ever stared at your bank statement wondering where all the money went, especially when it comes to payroll? You know you're paying your team, but are you really tracking it effectively? Are those payroll expenses just a black hole in your finances? Or are you getting clear insights into your biggest operational cost? If you're running a small business and using QuickBooks Online, and you're not absolutely confident in your payroll expense tracking, you're not alone. It's a common pain point. Let's face it, payroll isn't just about paying salaries. It's about taxes, deductions, benefits, and a whole host of other complexities that can make your head spin. And if you're not tracking it properly in QuickBooks Online, you're missing out on vital financial information that can impact your business decisions. Imagine trying to navigate a ship in a storm without a compass. That's what running your business without accurate payroll expense tracking is like. Think about it. Are you accurately allocating those employer contributions? Are you separating your gross wages from your payroll taxes? Are you keeping track of those pesky deductions for health insurance or 401k contributions? If you're not, you're potentially overspending, underestimating your labor costs, or even running afoul of tax regulations. Today, we're going to demystify payroll expense tracking in QuickBooks Online. We're going to break it down step by step, so you can transform that financial black hole into a clear, actionable insight. We'll cover everything from setting up your chart of accounts to running detailed reports. First, let's talk about the foundation, your chart of accounts. This is where all your financial transactions live, and it's crucial to have it set up correctly for payroll. You need dedicated accounts for gross wages. This is where you'll track the total amount paid to your employees before any deductions. Payroll taxes. This includes both employer and employee portions of taxes like Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment. Employee benefits. This covers expenses like health insurance, retirement contributions, and other benefits. Payroll liabilities. These are taxes and other deductions that you've withheld from employees but haven't yet paid to the appropriate authorities. Now, how do you set these up in QuickBooks Online? It's relatively straightforward. Navigate to Chart of Accounts. In your QuickBooks Online dashboard, go to Accounting and then Chart of Accounts. Create New Accounts. Click New to create a new account. Choose account type. For gross wages, you'll typically use expenses and then payroll expenses. For payroll taxes, you'll also use expenses and payroll taxes. For liabilities, use other current liabilities. Name and detail type. Give each account a clear and descriptive name, like gross wages, salaries, or payroll taxes, federal. Choose the appropriate detail type to further categorize your expenses. Save. Click Save and Close to add the account to your chart of accounts. Once your chart of accounts is set up, it's time to start recording your payroll transactions. If you're using QuickBooks Online Payroll, this process is largely automated. When you run payroll, QuickBooks Online automatically records the transactions in the appropriate accounts. But what if you're using a third-party payroll service? No problem. You'll just need to manually enter the transactions. Here's how. Create a journal entry. Go to New, and then Journal Entry. Enter the date. Input the date of the payroll run. Debit and credit accounts. This is where it gets a little more involved. You'll need to debit the expense accounts, like gross wages and payroll taxes, and credit the liability accounts, like payroll liabilities and cash. Enter amounts. Input the corresponding amounts for each account. Add a description. Provide a clear description of the journal entry, such as payroll for, date range. Save. Click Save and Close. Let's break down a simplified example. Imagine you have a small business with one employee. Their gross wages for the week are $1,000. You also have $100 in employer-paid payroll taxes and $200 in employee withheld taxes. Your journal entry would look something like this. Debit, gross wages, salaries, $1,000. Debit, payroll taxes, employer, $100. Credit, payroll liabilities, employee taxes, $200. Credit, cash/bank account, $900. This entry accurately reflects the expenses and liabilities associated with your payroll. Now, let's talk about those employee benefits. Tracking these can be a bit more nuanced. For example, if you offer health insurance, you'll want to separate the employer and employee portions. Employer portion. This is an expense to your business, so you'll debit an expense account like employee benefits, health insurance. Employee portion. This is a deduction from the employee's wages, so it's a liability. You'll credit a liability account like payroll liabilities, health insurance. Similarly, for retirement contributions, you'll want to track both the employer match and the employee contributions. Once you've been consistently recording your payroll transactions, it's time to leverage QuickBooks Online's reporting capabilities. This is where you can truly gain insights into your payroll expenses. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.